I just wanted to talk about why we are here and how we came together. And I think we came together through SIBO. SIBO, great technology. We are also using it very often for testing and for demoing our product, but also for deploying live clusters. And then we found you guys and your amazing product. Together we have something amazing, something really cool that we want to demonstrate today and to see. Maybe to start, I wanted to show something about the history of Kubernetes. I think most of you know that, but I just try to summarize and see a bit how the idea of Grapple came together. So actually, when everything started, Kubernetes, then it was rather stateless, and with the time, people added state, and Kubernetes was getting stateful, and then there came data on Kubernetes. There was a community where I got some ideas for this slide from, so thanks a lot for that. And then also infrastructure on Kubernetes with likes of crossplane, and so I think, and also with KubeFirst. So where can the future bring us? I think that's the question that we can that we have asked ourselves, and then we came up with the following. So we think, why just generate infrastructure on Kubernetes? You can also go a bit further, and you can automatically generate or create application components for yourself and for your applications, for your cloud native applications within Kubernetes. So that was the idea how we came to Grapple. I wanted to show you the application set quickly. There is a Grapple application set. It's just a kind of a wrapper around APIs and UI modules. So you can have multiple APIs and multiple UI modules in one application set, and you deploy that application set, and then it will spin up all the required resources for it. And to have a look at such an application set, how that looks like. Let's open it in the edit mode, and we will see the structure of that application set. So you can see here now the APIs that we defined. In this case, we have a data source with like secrets that come from external secrets or from any other secret source. And then you have the discovery. So this is the discovery mode. That's all you need to build a discovery for your database. And here we have the secrets that I connected. That's, I think, a kubeblocks database here in this case, which creates a secret, so I can just make use of it and include it. And a bit of magic to load data from an external data source. It's kind of a backup or so that I use as a basis for my development. And then you can add additional relationships that might not have been in the database, or you can build relationships from different data sources. So you can have multiple different data sources attached, and then you can build a relationship across the one and the other data source, so to link the information together, which is usually in a database not possible, but here you can actually do that. And then the magic about the APIs is this: it will generate your API on the top of it, and then you have here the configuration of the UI modules, and that's it. So that's a pretty simple configuration file. So it will generate this page for you, which is the API module. And in the API module, you can see that it generates all the REST calls that you would expect: post, delete, patch, get, and you can start interacting with the data. You can also see the relationships are generated automatically. That's the relationship that before there, and so on. And you can really interact with this data, and as a benefit, you get fully blown open specification that you can use and implementing it into an application or whatever. It's also possible to have authentication layers on top of it and so on. I will not go into those details, but that's all available. And the second layer, the UI modules, that's what we can see here. So the APIs, I think you know that. Everybody, or most of you that have already built an API, you know the API specification. That's a bit more special. That's why I take a bit more time to look at that. So you have all the same endpoints that we have here: customers, employees, I don't know what. The same endpoints have been generated here, and these are some basic UI models that have been generated for it. So, and these are modules, so you can really extract them and use them in your application. As an example, we have also, with every deployment, we also deploy such a module overview. Like this, you can see what kind of modules you have and how they would look like at the end of the day. and all the names of the modules are here listed as well. And there is many. They all automatically generate, and you can use them and configure them in your application. So in this case, what I do here is I use our Grapple API, and I do create a new model. If I run that command, it should go into the right container, run something, and it will create a new model in the backend. So if I would go now into the container, I could show you that there is a new model generated and stuff. And now what I can do next is I can migrate the database. So in this case, we have a model-based approach. So I need to migrate into the database, and this will then actually go and create the tables that are required or create the relationships that are required. And from there, then I can, with another command, generate the API. Now, in this case, I just extended the existing product lines. So we had here a product lines API, which contains a couple of fields, and I changed those fields in that API. So you can see that here with the command, I changed to have HTML description, and construct live should appear here now. Let's see. I have my new field construct live here, and it's added automatically to the backend. And now what should I do? Next, I think, is to update the UI module. So you see that in the current version of the product lines, we do not have probably that particular field in there. Like this. Yes, I do not have QPros live here yet. And if I just update my UI modules, it will read the content of my API definition. It will update my UI module. Hooray! And I can actually interact now with the new data.
Super neat.
Well, a couple of command line and everything is added. I like that.
Yeah, that's the one way of interacting with Grapple. And the other way is actually to build out your manifest in date form. And you would add here, for example, the additional fields or the additional product lines or whatever you want. And you can rebuild the deployment, and after rebuilding, it will automatically show up the new fields that you have generated, and you can make use of it. And it will automatically be reflected in the UI module and also in the consuming part. So if I would now use the UI module here and do something with product lines, then I should see the new field. No items. Okay, I need to add items first, yeah. Let's just do something here. That's Fred, and that's John. And if
you're setting yourself for failure.
You see, and you have your Fred and your John deployed in your UI. So that's the application at the end of the day, and I didn't have to change my application at all. It will all be reflected automatically in my application because I make use of this UI module, and the UI module is updated automatically.
Super cool. I was feeling lucky the whole time. I knew it was going to work. That is very impressive. You guys have covered a ton of territory in this process, and I love the architecture decisions that you guys have made. I had to make, albeit in a very different space. We made many of the same architectural decisions. We also kind of have it's not a rapid application development tool; it's a rapid platform engineering tool. But we struggled with that concept as well. When you're talking rapid anything development, there's often a tendency that you're trapped at the end, that you're encapsulated in this boundary that you can't get out of. And the way you guys have set it up here, where you're able to generate the content and able to extend beyond the generation, or you allow them to inject into the generation. That allows that ejectability from the framework, allows you to take it and run and go any direction that you want. I love that angle of the architecture that you guys put together. And I think everybody that kind of looks at any kind of rad tool should have their guard up. You know, it's you are regularly just kind of caught in this this box but you guys have done a really great job making that the end user's starting point, and they get to kind of take it and run with it from there.